This is just a quick video showing you how to properly and safely mount your material in the horizontal bandsaw. What we've got here is a piece of 1-inch round bar, and we're going to show you how to secure that in the vise properly so that it's safe and doesn't move when you make the cut. First thing I'm going to do when I work on this is make sure that the machine is unplugged so that it cannot turn on. These power switches on these machines are not that reliable because even though this machine is off, the power switch wasn't actually all the way off. So sometimes these spring-loaded switches don't go all the way off. So I don't trust it. I'll push it off, and I'm going to unplug the machine while I'm working on it for that extra precaution, and I'm going to keep this plug somewhere visible while I work on it so somebody doesn't come along and plug it in. First thing I'm going to do is lift up this blade. I've got the hydraulics turned off. The valve is crossing the line here, which means that that is closed and it's not going to move. So that gives me the room I need to maneuver here. Now, if I mount this stock round bar just in here, straight like that, and tighten the vise, one of the risks with the round bar is that it can still twist once the blade touches down. It's pretty tough to secure it just straight on its own like that. So what we would do with the round bar is use a V-block. We usually have a V-block, just a homemade one sitting here, and we throw that in there. Now when I clamp the stock, that V-block helps to hold that round bar in place. There's a lot more friction and the V holds it tight. And there's a flat side on the V-block, so you're pushing on a flat side instead of a round side now. Now this thing doesn't want to spin and it's secured nice and tight. So that's how you mount round stock. I'm going to switch it up here and I'm going to mount some flat bar. Here's a large piece of flat bar. Notice that because it's so large, I'm supporting it on a roller at the back here because I don't want this bar after the cut's made, or even during the cut, I don't want it to move, creating a hazard. Alright, so there's two ways to position this flat bar. We can position it flat, or we can position it vertical. And although it's easier to clamp when it's vertical, you have only a few teeth touching that material. And what we want is to have as many teeth touching the material at once, which is going to put less pressure on each individual tooth, which means that you're not going to wear out your blade or break teeth off. So that is how I would position this. Now, once it's tight, noticing that it's holding pretty solid. But if this wasn't holding solidly, what we might do to improve the clamping force is to put another piece of the same stock up above. So you could have your flat bar down low and your flat bar up top. And that can help in situations where the clamps aren't holding very well, to sort of sandwich your material in there tight. That's how I would mount flat bar. So that concludes mounting your material. Other types of material actually that you might consider would be angle iron. So I'll show that before I wrap up this video. In the case of angle iron, you try to mount it like this, it doesn't quite work. Okay, you can see it's tilting the stock. It doesn't quite sit tight and it can come loose very easily. So I would say that the preferred method for angle iron would be upside down like a tent. That's going to be the most secure way to make that cut. So that's how you mount your angle iron, upside down like a tent. And that's it.